Hi, welcome to Happiness Matters. This is Goddess Valentina, and I'm here to leave an uplifting message to the universe. And I hope that this message will help inspire you, maybe to get those juices flowing, maybe a different perspective on how you think about things. Like another idea, like, I never thought of it that way. This message today is going to be about people who've been hurt, and all of us have been hurt. And some people have been hurt in deeper degrees that go really down into like a soul kind of hurt. Like your soul is injured, like even maybe your DNA structure, is compromised by a violation, of assault of that kind, rape and incest, those really mess up DNA structures. Also just relationships, dealing with people who are unhealthy. And I just see a lot of great people in this mishmash of unhealthiness in this country, where there's a lot of unhealthy people repeating a lot of vicious cycles, and they're going from one person to the next, and they're just causing this damnation and madness and injury to so many people. And I noticed that there's a lot of great people who have been injured, who is out of the relationship game, who has become more antisocial, who has, just have maybe like hardly one or two friends, if that, has pulled away from social media, because it's just to me, it's like a rodeo show out there, you know. And my message is, for you guys, like hurting people hurt, and I don't want you guys to be, you're hurt, so you inflict pain. No, I want you, if you've been injured, we need to heal this injury. And sometimes it's just it's just, we have, we all have expectations, especially people who are close to us, how we feel we should be treated, especially if we've been injured by parents, step parents, brother, sister, uncles, aunts. We hold these people that's in our bloodline in a different regard than family, than regular people, sometimes like friends and strangers and whatever. And when these people hurt us, I mean, it goes down to the core. And sometimes it could be like we can die, we can leave this earth and still not be corrected. And from the injury, we've caused some pain to other people. People have to do workarounds, with our damage. And sometimes we could be so absorbed in the pain and in the damage that we start messing with the chemicals in our minds, and we start to become unstable. So we have to really hone in on this and work on this. And it doesn't matter how much energy work that you're doing, you really need to know, okay, I was injured, I was hurt. Maybe now I have no trust issues, and maybe having no trust issues and can't trust, maybe I feel safer that way. But it's still, we need balance. It's not all or nothing with anything. Everything, this world is balanced, and everything is balanced. So I would say the first step is to really understand who you are, and who were you before this pain, before you met these persons or repeated cycles of people, or who were you? Who was you? Think of yourself as a little kid. Maybe sometimes those are really good memories, sometimes they're not. But think of you before the injury, and what you were doing and where you were. And that is the beginning start of recovery. Some people need lots of therapy, a lot of healing. What worked for me, I did go to a therapist, and the therapist started going in different places, and I felt that I was defending myself. I was defending my sane mind. I was defending, my truth, and not letting her alter my truth. And that's very important, because people want to always lessen the blow. No, if it happened to you and you're impacted, then an impact, and it means something, and if you're feeling it like your skin is burning on fire, then that's the way we all need to feel it until that fire has calmed down, until you're cooled off. you know I'm not a therapist, I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm an energy healer, but I do want to tell you this, for anyone that's listening out there: when you have pain and you're just focusing on the pain, and you feel like, there's been times I felt like a 747, going through a second divorce, very bad guy, just very bad situation. And after it was all over, I mean, it felt like total damnation in my life. Like everything was destroyed and I had to build it back up. And I had a big hole in my soul and my heart. I was very sick. I had ulcers and everything from stress, losing my hair, everything, just a mess. And if it wasn't for the divine, I'm very connected to God, and good friends, to support me, being around nurturing, loving people, and taking a long break. Like, I dated and stuff, but I didn't get serious until, like, I'm happy and remarried now, but, that was a long break. I would say 8 to 10 years break. Like I said, I did date and took long breaks, but like something serious, like engagement, marriage, no, no, no. But I have to tell you that when you're doing energy work, wherever, if you get readings, that pain is going to come through the readings. That pain is going to be, it's going to be, it's with you everywhere. It's a part of your energy footprint or your fingerprint. We have energy prints, and what is radiating from us, and that pain is radiating from us. And the only thing that I know is the best medicine, and you might not want to hear it, and I respect what you're feeling. And even if you like maybe turn this message off, say screw this, I can't do this right now, I don't want to listen to this, I respect you 100%. 100% forgiveness. Now, just, if you please stay with me 2 seconds more. When someone hurts you, you've been hurt, it's and you are upset and you're pissed, and of course you have every right and honor everything that you're going through, absolutely 120,000%. But you are attached to that incident, and forgiveness is at many different levels. It's many different fate. It takes, to get to the point when the string or the attachment to that event is severed, takes a while. But I go to God and I'm like, God, listen, I want to forgive. And the way, you forgive our sins, and the way Jesus died on the cross for our sins, like, that is huge, and I'm just not there yet. I don't even know how to get to that place. And I'm asking you to help me get to that place, because I don't want to walk around being an open sore. I don't want to look at life with gray clouds, like I'm like behind the glass and there's the living and I'm stuck. I don't want to be stuck anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I have tears right now because I'm going back to when I was in those places and I didn't have this information then. I wanted just to move on and forget. But if you mentioned his name, I had a lot of venom, had a lot of hate. And that's not good at all. And studying I just love I love religions, but I love to learn, and I love to learn something that is beautiful and powerful and that can help others. And in the ancient Kemet, faith. It's Egyptian. It's over 10,000 years old, I believe. And they said when it's time for you to go, and on Judgment Day, your heart should be light as a feather. And I said to myself, well, how is this going to be? Because at that moment, I still had resentment and for anger, and I was not into forgiveness. And this is stuff from childhood. Like I still like what? So when I read that, it touched me deeply. And I tell this to people, and it really makes people think the only way you can heal is through asking the divine to help you to forgive. And let me tell you, I didn't say I forgive this person, I forgive that person. I didn't say it. When I say it, I don't mean it. I think, have you guys tried to forgive and you say it and you don't mean it? It was a feeling. I kept saying this prayer, and it was only in a couple of days. And when I said this prayer, help me forgive the way Jesus forgives, died for our sins. Help me forgive the way you forgive us. Wash me, make me whole, and cleanse me. And I just said those things. And now when I think about these people, there is no attachment. The cords have been broken. Just like that. I went to the source. I didn't deal with the person. I dealt with the source because I don't want to be attached to that stuff anymore. You know what I mean? I don't want to be attached. And by me letting go, then now all of the energy that goes behind what happened is working on the other side. You are no longer holding this weight. You're no longer holding this burden and this pain. You're just going to the source like, please, and that is the key to heal this stuff. Because we're in pain and we're suffering and we're losing our freaking mind because we have been violated. We haven't been heard. We haven't been appreciated. And you want to scream. You want to scream, And I burn incense. I create incense. I help people with it. And I have a light and love incense, and I have an angel fire. Angel fire is the one that cleanses the energy. And I sit down in my sacred space and I calm myself down, light candles, burn beautiful fragrance. And I sit down with my charcoal, my little fireproof, beautiful vase kind of thing I have. And I burn incense. And I sit there and I crack my window, and I said to release, cut, and remove and destroy anything that doesn't serve me. And I just cleanse the energy. I cleanse the energy. And then after that, I followed up with light and love incense that I created, and each blend has between 10 and 15 different herbs together with essential oil, and I cleanse. And I'm telling you, it's just a miraculous things happen. People call me, I hear stories, blessings come around me and protection and shielding, and also with candle work too. When you hold the candle and you think about what do you want this candle, the energy work behind this candle, what do you want it to do, And for me, light, let there be light. So you're lighting up the darkness, but also fire is a purifier. Purify this place. Purify the places where I don't see. Cleanse and burn anything that doesn't belong to me. And I'm telling you, stuff on the back end that I wouldn't even be thinking about. I hear things, stuff just comes up, and I'm just like, what? Really? And it's just a cleansing that happens. And, you want to create a dedicated practice of cleansing energies. Your energy, what your thoughts and your feelings and your wounds, your pain in your heart and your soul. Some people really did some real messed up stuff and they were hurting people. And if we could send prayers prayers to them, prayers for, but you have to be in a place after you've been healed with this. Then you can go in a place and sitting in light and love, because people's souls need to be prayed for. You know, I went to Catholic school, and I learned things. And at one point I was going to become a Catholic, and I still have very deep, profound love for the Catholic religion, but I went a different way, a different faith. But I love this. And it says, "Oh my Jesus, forgive us of our sins, save us from the fires of hell, take all souls to heaven, and help especially those most in need of your mercy." You see that part, help especially those needed in your mercy, most needed. That is it's such a wonderful thing to say, because there's so many hurting people, and if you're hurting, the person that hurt you was hurting much more. And yes, we like, screw them, they hurt me, whatever. But once you can release this burden and be free from it, you won't have to be in your mind so much trying to understand it, trying to compromise. Everything is supposed to flow from your heart. Everything is supposed to flow from your heart. And if you can just play this back into that part about the forgiveness piece, like that really, really would change your life forever. It will disconnect you from the cord, and the divine will wrap you up in his cocoon of love, and you won't even feel that stuff anymore. You won't even be paying attention anymore, and you will start to be radiating different energy, bringing new people into your life. It would be just miraculous. You're 6 months after you feel this, within 6 months, you're going to just see so many different blessings come your way. Because people feel people. And if people feel that you got this stuff, this heavy weight, you bring in weight, it's like having a heavy tumor that you carry. And when you sit down, you have to put the tumor on the seat too. It's a lot for you and for everybody, and if you cleanse this and become lighter, I'm telling you, God will just do some miraculous things in you. So thank you for staying with me with this message. I really appreciate it. I hope it was very helpful, and blessings to you. It really helped me, and so I wanted to share with you, because that is the thing with my clients, is the forgiveness. The forgiveness is the hardest part out of everything. Forgiveness, so anyway, see you in the next message, and thanks for listening, and I hope this was a blessing to you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.